Blessed be Coven, welcome to the mat and welcome to today's brand new practice. My name is Bethany, I am the Yogi Witch, and today I'm going to guide you through a 25-minute fiery and delicious power yoga flow to honour the magic of the full moon. So coming together as a collective coven today, we are going to harness the power of the full moon, lock in to that solar plexus chakra and find a little bit of magic through our movement. So today's flow is going to be a little bit spicy, so you're welcome to find any props that want to support your practice, any incense, any candles, any crystals that you work with during this full moon phase. And when you're ready, witches, I will meet you back here in a moment so we can flow to honour the full moon. Okay, so to begin today's practice, you're going to come into a comfortable seated position anywhere on your mat, at the back, in the front, anywhere at all. If you're working with sage or incense, you can choose to light it now. As we begin to clear and cleanse our space. So we can start to create some really gorgeous, positive, healing vibes through our movement. So if you don't happen to have any incense or sage on you today, that's absolutely fine. Just know that I'm sending this sacred smoke all the way from my space to yours. Coming together as a collective coven. Today, to honour both our spiritual and our physical practice. So wherever you are, you're going to close the eyes, roll the shoulders away from the ears and flip the palms up towards the moon. So again, starting to harness that energy. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. Aiming to get that breath lovely and balanced. Releasing any intrusive thoughts or worries that has followed you here today. Starting to breathe in magic in the air. Starting to feel a sense of peace wash over you from the crown of the head all the way to the tops of the toes. Feeling those sit bones root down to the earth beneath you. The crown chakra connecting to the heavens above you. And the heart sitting here in the present moment with me. And as the full moon is a time of power, it's the time of manifesting. It is the time of true magic. We're going to set ourselves an intention of something that we are going to harness during this full moon phase. Now, this can be as big or as small as you want. Anything that your heart desires. Remember, you control the magic. So setting your intention here in the mind. And then sealing it with your breath. As we breathe in through the nose and as we breathe out. Before all together we inhale through the nose And on your exhale, sigh it all the way out and drop chin to chest, beginning to take a few half moon circles by rolling that chin up to one shoulder. Moving through center, take it to the other. Moving from side to side, getting a gorgeous stretch at the back of the neck. Before we transform this half moon to a full moon by drawing a beautiful big circle with that chin, taking it all the way up to the sky. Moving and taking these circles in one direction. Move and take it in the other. Before we gently bring that head back into the center, blink the eyes open from here. Straight away we place left hand to the mat beside us, reach all the way up and overhead with that right arm, as if you're opening up all the ribs down the right hand side. Leaning a millimeter deeper and hold for 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. Inhale, move through center. Right hand comes to the mat beside us. Reach all the way up and overhead with that left arm. Inhale, we move back into the center, sweep both arms up and overhead. And from here, making a Kali Mudra overhead, we're going to squeeze the ears between the triceps. Keep that core engaged. Inhale. Exhale, gently lean over to the left-hand side, keeping both hips rooted to the mat beneath. Inhale, move through center. Exhale, lean over to the right-hand side. Beautiful. Inhale, move into the center. Gently make a fist and take a few wrist rolls in one direction. A few wrist rolls in the other. Before we shuffle, we roll, we move our way into an all fours position. So coming in to our tabletop. And from here, we're going to simply take a few cat-cow movements to get that spine warmed up. As we inhale to drop the chest gaze forwards. Exhale to curve the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the chest gaze forwards. Exhale, curve the spine. Beautiful. Take it a few more times. If you want to add a wrist stretch again, you can flip those fingertips inwards and keep taking your movements. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale, curve. Beautiful. Before, from here, we bring the spine to a neutral position, bring the hands to the mat, and we're going to wiggle those knees to touch. So finding a little upper body strength before we wake up the lower body. We're going to round into the shoulders, bring the belly button up, and from here, we're going to find some tiger curls. So lifting that right leg behind, bringing that knee into line with the hip and flex the foot. From here, we're going to inhale. Exhale, point the toes, tiger curl by bringing that knee to the chest. Inhale, flex the foot, send it out. And exhale, bring it all the way in, point the toes. 5 more times. Inhale out for 5. Bringing it in. Taking it out for 4. Beautiful, bring it all the way in. Take it all the way out for 3. Flex that foot. Yes, bring it all the way in. Take it out for 2. Bring it all the way in. Take it out for 1. Before we bring it all the way in, point those toes. Inhale. On your exhale, you're going to send that leg behind you, bend the knee, and from here we're going to tuck left toes under, find the upper body strength, and immediately transition your way to a split dog, beginning to draw a beautiful big circle with that right knee in one direction. Beautiful. Move and take it in the other. On your inhale, come back to split dog. Exhale to draw that knee into the chest, step between the thumbs. From here, left foot follows the right into a forward fold. Inhale, fingertips to the mat, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, gently roll that body all the way to standing. And from here, we're going to reach those arms up and overhead and find Kali Mudra. Ready to find that fire. Inhale. Exhale, step all the way back to warrior one with that left foot. So left foot pointing off to a 45-degree angle, bringing the heels aligned and square the hips to the top of the mat. Beautiful. Gaze all the way up towards the thumbs, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, on your one, gaze forward. Let's find that fire. Keep those arms in Kali Mudra. We bend into that front knee and lift that left foot up into a standing balance. Inhale. Exhale. Move to that figure of 4 stretch by taking the outside of the left ankle to just above the right knee. Flex the foot. Either stay here or begin to sit low. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, on your one, keep the arms in Kali Mudra, lift all the way up and begin to find your way into a flying warrior. Yes, whoop, testing the balance. Flex that back foot, holding 3, holding 2. Yes, on your one, step back with that left foot, hands frame the front, left hand stays down, pull that right arm all the way to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, if you have wild thing, step right foot behind the left and lift these hip bones all the way into the sky. Open up your heart, finding that back bend. Inhale. Exhale, flip your way into a plank and take your vinyasa. Finding length in upward facing dog. Before we tuck the toes under, take the hips to the sky. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Holding our downward facing dog, finding some grounding here for 3 breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. Ready to balance out the body and take it to the other side. We gently bend the knees, relax them down to tabletop and bring the knees to touch. From here, we're going to flex the left foot, lift it all the way behind into alignment. Let's find that tiger movement. We inhale. Exhale, point the toes, draw that knee all the way to the chest. Inhale, send it out, flex the foot. Exhale, draw all the way in. Inhale, send it out for 3. Beautiful movements, bringing it in. Send it out for 2. Bring it all the way in. Send it all the way out for 1. Bringing it all the way in, squeeze it here. Before we float that leg behind us, bend the knee, tuck right toes under, meet me in, split dog, beautiful transition, and draw that circle with that left knee in one direction. Yes, move and take it in the other. On your inhale, we meet back in split dog. Exhale, draw left knee to the chest, gently step between the thumbs and right foot follows. Inhale, we gaze forward to create length. Exhale, bend the knees, vertebrae by vertebrae. We roll all the way to standing, reaching those arms up and overhead in Kali Mudra. When you're ready, we're going to shift our weight to that left foot and step back to our warrior one. Heels are aligned, right toes off to a 45-degree angle, and we square the hips to the top of the mat. Gaze all the way up towards those fingertips, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gaze forwards, bend into that front knee, and we hover right foot off the mat. before we find figure of 4. And if you like, you can begin to sit low. Keep those arms in Kali Mudra. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoop. Lift the body up. Arms are burning. And we find that flying warrior. Yes. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2. On your 1, step back and hands frame, front foot. Leave right hand down. Pull the left arm to the sky. From here, if you have whirlthing, you're welcome to step back into your whirlthing. Left foot comes behind right knee and we lift those hip bones nice and high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, flip your way to plank and take your vinyasa. Inhale, find upward facing dog. Exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. Reset the body. So as today's flow is power inspired, if you want to rest in down dog, then stay here with me. If you prefer to rest in child's pose, then drop those knees, come to child's pose. But we're going to take 5 breaths wherever you are before we keep going with this final flow. Remember, it's only 25 minutes, enough to find that fire, enough to connect with the power of the full moon. 3 more breaths wherever you are. In through the nose and out. Before all together we inhale. On your exhale, if you're in child's pose, gently come back to tabletop and meet me in your downward facing dog. From here, we bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, sweep the right leg as high as you can go to the sky before bending that knee off to split dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw this knee to the chest and step between the thumbs. Step that left foot off to a warrior 1 alignment. We bring the fingers to touch in Kali Mudra and lift, lift, lift all the way up, keeping those hips squared to the top of the mat and gaze high. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2. On your 1, gaze forward, bend into the front knee and immediately find, this is spicy, that figure of 4 chair pose. Sit nice and low for 5, 4, 3, 2. This time on your 1, you're going to lift the body and release Kali Mudra. Gently finding the left toes. Let's explore a floating dancers. So this right hand's going to come low, but it's not going to touch the mat. Pressing into that back leg. Whoop. Take 2. Pressing into that back foot. Float that hand down. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we step back with that left foot as if we're going to come to a high lunge, but we're going to extend the front leg coming onto the back tippy toes and explore a modified pyramid pose. Remember, use blocks, use anything to support you here, but relax the head down. Three more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. You've got it. Legs are shaking. Yes, before we bend into that front knee, step further back with the left leg. Lower the knee all the way to the mat. Bend deep into that front hip. Reach those arms up and overhead. Find Kali Mudra and explore a crescent lunge, opening up that heart. Breathe deep into the belly for 3, 2, 1. Hands frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under, take a wild thing, take a vinyasa, but whatever move you're going to make, You're going to meet me in your downward facing dog when you're done. Beautiful. If you're wild thing, take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hip bones to the sky. Down dog, bring the big toes to touch. Sweep left leg high to the sky. Bend that knee off. Split dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw this knee to the chest and step between the thumbs, transitioning your way into a warrior one pose. Find fingers in Kali Mudra, bending into that front knee. Lift nice and high. Oh, legs are shaking. Square the hips off. Reach those arms high. Holding for 3, for 2, 1. Shift the gaze forward. Lift that back leg up. Embracing the wobble, sit low to figure of 4 stretch. Hold 3, sit low. Hold 2, sit lower. And 1, lift the body up. And let's find that floating dances by taking hold of the right foot, Embracing the falls. Gonna float left hand off the mat. Beautiful. Holding 3, holding 2. Whoop, 1, step back with that right foot as if you're going to come to a high lunge. But remember, we're going to ease those legs out with a modified pyramid. So move on to the back tippy toes and forward fold. Recognizing if one leg has a little bit more space to play with than the other, that is absolutely fine. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, gently bend into that front knee. Step the right leg a few centimeters back and lower the knee to the mat. 1 final crescent lunge. Reach those arms overhead into Kali Mudra and bend deep into that front hip. We don't want to escape the hip opener here. And send the body back. Holding 3. Yes, holding 2. On your 1, hands frame the front foot, lift the back leg up, step to plank, take a vinyasa, meet me in down dog, or come to wild thing. First of all, finding that gorgeous back bend, open up the heart. Inhale. Exhale, final vinyasa, take your movement before we find length in upward facing dog. And then meet me back in downward facing dog, pedaling out the legs, nodding the head yes, shaking it no, anything that feels good to you. Inhale. On your exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Cross the legs behind you and meet me in a comfortable seated position. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears, and this time flipping the palms into the knees. Locking that energy in, feeling our heartbeat, feeling the heat on our skin. Softly closing the eyes and keeping the energy, the magic that you created during today's practice flowing freely from the base of the spine to the top of the neck. Tuning into our heartbeat, our breath. Existing only here in the present moment. Basking in the glow of the magic that the full moon has lent us. Basking in the magic that we have created together as a collective coven. Beautiful. Feeling those exhales naturally become longer than your inhales. And to close today's practice, to close this circle of magic, of power, we're going to work with some cleansing breath. So following me, we inhale deeply through the nose, filling the lungs, filling the belly. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1 with force. Sigh all the way out. 2 more times. Inhale. Hold 3, hold 2, 1. Sigh all the way out. Final time. Inhale. Hold 3, hold 2, and 1. Sigh all the way out. Before resuming your normal breath. Bringing the hands to prayer, taking the thumbs between the eyebrows. We're going to bow head to heart, heaven to earth with gratitude to ourselves, to the coven, to the magic of the full moon and the beautiful magic of our yoga journey. Thanking you so much, my darlings, for joining me for today's delicious and fiery 25-minute full moon flow. This is just a gorgeous little flow to get the energy levels rising, to really associate with that inner wolf, and to really connect as a collective coven. So I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, please let me know by commenting below or by sending me a message over my Instagram. But don't forget, if you're looking for something extra on this full moon, I have a whole range of full moon meditations, gratitude journaling, etc., over on my YouTube channel at The Yogi Witch. You can find it under the playlist Yoga for Witches. But I do upload a brand new moon and full moon practice each month, so I hope to see you again soon. Sending all my love, all my blessings, and wishing you the very best during this full moon phase. I'll see you soon, witches. Blessed be.